Welcome to Martial Arts Explorer, where we explore functional self-defense techniques as revealed in classical martial arts of all styles. I'm Scott Combs. Do you have a video of yourself demonstrating a great technique? We'd love to see it. Details at the end of the show. This time we're looking at the double knife hand technique from Cezanne. I was originally taught that this was a technique to use against a sword attack. The only problem I see with this is you end up violating one of the core principles of empty-handed defense against a weapon. You're not getting offline. Add to that the fact that almost nobody carries a sword anymore, and our desire to make techniques relevant to life today, and it's time to reconsider the interpretation. Michael has a good idea. You'll see what I mean.
Thanks, Scott. We're going to take a look at the form Cezanne, one of our upper belt forms, and there's a section has two hands coming up high. All right, striking motion, blocking motion, doesn't really matter what the idea is. Bringing up double knife hands, and then they pull down. I start into my next series from there. We're going to look at this from the lapel grab. Tom's going to join me. Now, one thing we always talk about is this first touch scenario. The hands come in and I make a reaction. Now, this time, we're going to assume you miss, so shame on you. Okay, remember, hands are reaching for you. That's the attack. You want to begin then. You got surprised, you weren't paying enough attention, you get grabbed. Double lapel, so if someone's holding from the front, they might be shaking, might be moving. You gotta stabilize yourself first, all right? We get in a nice position here. Now, if I can reach, all I'm gonna do, bend in a little, if I'm tight enough, all I'm gonna do this way is I'm gonna reach around, and I'm gonna work double ridge hands, coming up and into the back of the neck, gallbladder 20 pressure point locations. If you know that, we're gonna strike up and in. This is gonna sag the body. He's gonna get dizzy, he's gonna get destabilized from there. Now, one thing to remember though, if he has you locked out a little bit farther, I can't quite reach. Now, we could do a different strike, and that's fine. I mean, I could reach in and just hit him in the throat, and that works. But we're gonna work on this ridge hands coming up. And when we do this, I'm gonna strike in large intestine 10s on the outside to help collapse and bring it in towards me. I'm gonna come in at a 45 on the outside edges here, and then I'm gonna rake forward across towards his hands this way. I'm gonna step in as I do it. It brings him right into range. Now, this is really easy to reach. Bring my hands out and around. Double ridge hands coming up and in, striking the head here. I probably have a split second to react now. Bring one hand across, doesn't matter which one. You're gonna hook the arm. Pull the elbow across and pull at the same time, strike back to the face, and we're gonna stretch him out. Pull and stretch this way. He's already partially turned. He's about to go down. We're gonna help him out. I'm gonna tap the back of his leg, push down in the back of the knee, and collapse him across. As he grabs on, we're just taking another look. Remember, if you need to collapse him in, out to the arms, step, pull in this way. Reach around the back, striking outside of the neck, in at a 45-degree angle, give you a nice reaction here. Hook the arm, strike the face, stretch. That's important. If I keep him facing forward and I do this, it's not doing me a lot of good. He's not as prone to fall and he can fight back. If I turn his head, he gets weaker quickly. I'm taking my opposite leg now and just popping down. I want to hit right in the creases of the knee. If I hit lower on the calf, I can start to stretch ligaments, tear tendons. I could possibly break his ankle, different things. So if I push in on his knee, I'm gonna get this to collapse a little easier and try not to hurt his ankle as much. I really just want to take him down. I'm not looking to break anything right now. All right, we're gonna try it just a hair faster. I'm gonna strike in, strike the head, twist, pull, pop the leg, rotate across, and there's your escape. All right. Thanks, Tom. So that's what we're looking at right now. We're going to look at a rising counter. Right? Sometimes you'll see these closed hands. Sometimes you'll see these open hands. They might swing up. They might just strike up. It doesn't matter. You're looking at this motion in your forms. And it doesn't matter what form you're doing. You're looking at this basic idea. Two-hand rising counters. All right. From there, all you're doing is pulling down and across. That allows me to hook and pull the head. And there's my takedown. We're going to grab the class. Let them give it a try. All right. We're going to be looking at Cezanne. Section of the form. Two hands striking up and pulling down. If I'm working with Kelly here real quick, we're starting from a lapel grab. I know we don't normally start there, but remember, this is what happens when you make a mistake. They've already grabbed onto you. Got to hold in here. Kelly's great because I can reach because she's smaller than me. Now, if I couldn't reach, strike on the outsides at large intestine 10, pop in at a 45, and then roll towards you slightly this way. Moving your body close at the same time, bringing the hands around, striking up and in at the outside, in towards the head at a 45, from here. That's going to stun them for a second. Reach across, hook the elbow, start to pull at the same time, start twisting the head and stretching out. What I want to do is start to get this knee to collapse. When this starts to collapse, all I'm going to do is help it and just pull down and across. All right, give it a try, guys. I'll help out where needed. Now, one thing I want you to keep an eye on, go ahead and set this up again, start it off. Okay, and the next part, good. Now hook the arm and start your pull. Okay, no, you're fine. Go like over top, just fine. Now right there, yep, stay on his face, because if you come and you push and then you slip down to the shoulder, his head's gonna turn back in, and now you lose the stretch, okay? So make sure you keep him stretched, because you want this knee to start to buckle in. When that knee buckles, you give a little extra pressure and twist, and that's how you're gonna take him down. Nice, Tom. Everybody, I want to give you a little tip here, something we're going to look at for just a second. We're working with Kelly again real quick. When we start into our motion, everything's looking good, we're popping in, we're in the strike, we start to stretch out. Now make sure you keep the body and the face stretched out. One important thing, keep your fingers out of their mouth. They're going to bite you if you stick them in there, all right? Turn your fingers out and away, pushing the bottom of the chin and away. You do not want to get bit. That's going to be very important. Now what you're looking for, stretch until the body turns and presents this knee to you. If their knee is facing straight forward, chances are you haven't stretched them far enough. If I keep rolling and keep pulling, eventually the body's going to turn out on this. That's what we want. Now this tap is going to work real nice. You're going to hit right in the crease, even slightly above, and I'm just going to pop it in. And I'm just sort of cross-stepping on it as I keep everything pulled tight, and the body collapses real fast. Now this isn't a very pretty takedown. Everybody doesn't do a nice break fall and roll or circle out. The body tends to crumple and collapse into one spot when you do that. You have to be a little careful. Now if we go too fast, when you push down on this, you got too much pressure coming right over the top and something might get hurt. So you're gonna have to take it real easy, and everybody, please, when you're practicing at home, take it easy at first and see what you have to do. There's one other way to present this is you come across here and we're moving up and in. Sometimes instead of turning and stomping, I might actually just step through, and this also works quick and fast. And I'm not actually stepping on the leg there either, but that'll work too. You're cross-stepping. Once again, the body just tends to crumple. You're not gonna lay them out and get them to fall down nice, all right? Give it just a couple more tries. Yep, don't be afraid to step into them too, all right? If George is grabbing on, as I come in, I strike my 1 and 2. I don't want to stay back here and do this because I can't get all the way in. What I want to do is I can move in. If I walk towards him, now he's turned, okay? And once I get in tight enough, I can reach deep. And once he's really stretched, it makes it much easier to take down. All right, give that a try. Good, now step in, nice. Now looking to bend over, good. Then don't take this hand off until you've pulled him down to the ground. There's our look at a double rising counter with a pull down. Remember our opening move, when we're moving with those hands striking to the outside, you want to come in at a 45. If you're striking straight down, you're not going to hit the pressure points correctly. Come in at an angle, collapse to your center. You're nice and strong at the center, and then at the end, give a little twist in at a 45, a little twist. That's going to get the body to collapse into you. Move in as necessary to finish that takedown.
For once, someone got the finish right on a pair of moderately priced Tonfa. That's the consensus of Tonfa users at the Full Circle Martial Arts School. Usually, you have to spend considerably more than the $20 to $23 these Tonfa cost for a pair with the right kind of finish.
They're a nice feeling Tonfa. I really like the finish. Typically, we take Tonfas and we have to sand off the outside finish to get them smooth enough, and then we oil them. These are great, right from Tiger Claw. They work very well.
The Tiger Claw Lightweight Tonfa are also very well balanced and spin very easily in your hand.
They're easy to spin. You can perform multiple spins very easily without having to take much practice time with them. And they weight just very nicely sitting in your hands.
The only knock on these Lightweight Tonfa was the lack of a good-sized knob on the top of the handle. But not everyone found that to be a significant problem.
I don't have a huge problem with them not having a big top knob or ball to help hold my hand in, but you do notice a little bit.
These are obviously tournament or competition Tonfa, but we just couldn't resist torture testing them a bit. The result? Yep, they're tournament Tonfa, all right.
So after giving a few solid smacks, busted the handle off of one of them.
Conclusion?
They're really meant for form, and I think they're pretty good for that. I think they're the right size for a smaller person, and the fact that their handle's a little bit smaller and contoured fits the grip really nice, especially if your hands are a little bit smaller.
You can find Tiger Claw on the web at tigerclaw.com, or for retail sales, try martialartsmart.com. The Vital Point Gallbladder 20 is extremely useful, but you should get some training from a qualified pressure point instructor before you try striking this point with any power. The first time it was demonstrated on me, it felt like an instantaneous migraine. My sensei didn't even hit me very hard, and I was done. Now, it's possible I was able to move. I just really didn't feel like it. And if I did try to move, I guarantee I would have been easy pickings for any passing kindergartner. Remember to use caution if you want to try this technique at home. You want to make it work, but you don't want to injure your friend, and we're not responsible for any injuries that may occur. Be especially aware of your partner's knee in this one. We want good video of you demonstrating a favorite technique. Contact us via email and we'll work out the details. The address is explorer@fullcirclemartialarts.org. For Martial Arts Explorer and Michael Klein up here, I'm Scott Combs.